What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Hsu.com,
and we're here for Escape Room.
Yeah, and if you didn't notice, my clock says January 4th, which means we're in 2019.
Hey.
This is the first week. This is week number 1 of a whole new year.
Let the train begin.
Absolutely, and in case you haven't seen our end of the year recap, also known as our top 10 films of 2018, make sure to go check that video out. If it's not out yet, it will be by the time you watch this video. Click that white eye and you will get to enjoy that very, very fun video that me and you get to name our top 10 films of the year.
Love it.
But now we are back on to 2019.
2018's gone. Let's get this thing going.
Let's get it started. 2018 is the past. Escape Room. Have you ever done an escape room?
Yes, for my birthday, and I really enjoyed it. That thing was pretty freaking fun.
Yes, I have done numerous escape rooms, so I'm a big fan. And
I want to do the Saw one you did.
The Saw one is amazing. The official Saw escape room
in Vegas
is one of the coolest, if not the coolest attraction I think a tourist could come and do out here in Vegas. I mean, the attention to detail is unbelievable. Imagine Harry Potter World, but for Saw fans in an escape room fashion. Amazing. So going into this, yes. You know, most people see the trailer. It's January. You know, not a lot of good signs. Well, what did you think about this going into it?
I thought it looked like
silly.
Yeah. You know, it's like, okay, January, that makes sense. The type of movie, this makes sense. I'll probably enjoy it.
It cracks me up because it's usually always a horror movie that starts off the year.
Have to.
Last year was Insidious, Last Key. So now we start off with Escape Room. So, yeah, I thought the same thing. You know, I like the idea of using the escape room. They're super popular right now. You pretty much could throw a rock in Las Vegas and hit 2 of them on the same street. But the concept looks a bit
It's like a marijuana shop.
Yeah, that as well. You could probably find them very close together. But now, escape room, the trailer looked pretty eccentric. It looked a bit, you know, they're in the snow, and then he's touching this, you know, portal thing. It looks a bit out of the ordinary. But we saw it. First movie of 2019 is down. What did you think?
Well, what exactly happened was the writer's kids was like, Dad or Mom, can you take me to an escape room? They went to an escape room, and while they're there, they're like, this is a movie. Only we will have people die. That's what I swear to you. That's exactly how it happened.
And that is the kind of thing, like, usually if you go to an escape room with anyone new, you kind of have to, like, live up the threat. And you're like, oh, no, it's the escape room. If we don't get out, we're going to die. You know, you kind of, like, beef it up so you have a little
I'm glad you were with me.
In this movie or in the escape room?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you were like, yeah. Anyway.
Which doesn't do you well, necessarily.
Yeah, if it was the same thing as me, I would have been the first one to die. Which, yeah, it's not good.
All right, so what'd you think?
This movie was better than I thought. I genuinely LOL'd. I laughed out loud on a few parts. I had genuine chuckles. It was all right.
Yeah.
You know, it was an all right movie. The whole movie actually was pretty entertaining, I'll say, and then they probably lost me, if anywhere, I would say the last 5 minutes, if even that. It's just this last scene where I'm just like, I was like, yeah, all right, and then I was like, oh no, don't go, no, you don't need that, you don't need this, you don't need all this.
Exactly. I honestly couldn't say it better myself. I think I was going in expecting something quite horrible, and I was like fairly engaged for the most of the picture. I thought some of the rooms were a bit extreme. I thought there was one room in particular that was pretty awesome, though. I thought it was really well done. I thought it looked really cool. I think the oven and the which all are in the trailers. So the hot room was like all right, and then the ice cold thing I think was a bit too much of an extreme to like kind of feel like really like awesome. But that third room, which is like this upside down billiards room, I thought was really cool, and they shot it really awesome. And I think the whole idea of like what the punishment or what the threat is, I thought was really cool. You know, and I was with you. I was like, okay. And then there were a few times that I also laughed. Like, there's some really funny moments in the movie, and then I agree. I think even a little bit earlier on, I kind of like was like, all right, I'm over this. Like, I got it. The first 3 rooms are good. The 4th room was like, okay. Then by the time we got to the last room, I was like, wow, this is where we went, huh? Like, psychedelics. So, you know, and then, of course, we have this big thing. And obviously, I think it's a movie that they're hoping to get a franchise out of. If we know anything, we know horror movies usually do well. Usually, they're made for cheap. The effects in this movie are nothing to go home about. But I'm sure we'll make its money back. I mean, our theater was pretty busy.
Yeah.
AMC in general was pretty busy tonight, so I don't know how many people are going to see The Favorite or Vice, but this seems like a movie that kids who are still on break want to go see. So so with that in mind, and not trying to be spoilers here, the whole last 10-15 minutes of what you were kind of talking about, when, you know, this is bigger than what we think, it is definitely where you're like, all right, come on now.
And then the simulation.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right.
Yeah. Then we go into the testing areas, and you're like, okay, this is, like, let's be real here. And then,
4% probability. Do it!
So, I mean, we're just I'm not spoiling anything, but I'm just gonna say spoilers because I don't want to say anything too much. But then, of course, we go to the dark, shadowy figure with the really raspy voice, like, oh, if that's 4%, that's not enough, you know, like, and like, who's the Dr. Evil, you know, and then it just, of course, gets cheesy.
It went Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, I think anything after. Once they actually, again, spoilers. Now we're gonna get into spoilers. Once they actually escape, I think you just end it, you know?
Yeah, it's over. It's already over. That's it.
Like the cops and then like the room being gone. Like that was all like just nonsense to me.
You know what I thought it was?
What?
I thought
the cop?
The cop was the actual Dr. Wu.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, and then they were all in on it, and then she turns around and she's dead.
Yeah, and I thought she was gonna go in the room and there was be nothing. All of a sudden, she's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Detective."
Detective Wu. Bum, bum, bum.
Even though I was telling Shu, I thought the coolest thing that could have happened here would have been like the screen where it's like the mystery man, and then all of a sudden it was Jigsaw, and it was just like Jigsaw introducing.
Awesome.
That would have been really cool, but you know, obviously that wasn't the case. I think this is a fine movie. I don't think it's anything that's rewatchable. I don't think it's anything too memorable. I think it was something that needed to happen at some point.
2 out of 4.
2, yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely not the worst. We've seen much worse. I will say that. Like, I've seen way worse, and it's not a bad way to start the year.
No.
Obviously, with the popularity of escape rooms, it needed to happen. Now it happened. I'm sure we'll get 2 or 3 more that we don't want.
The pitch room, the guy was like, look, I was with my son or daughter, right? And we did this escape room. We're going to kill people. But imagine Saw with Final Destination.
Yeah, you know exactly what it was that it was like Saw. And then like the idea that like they all know everything about them, like, because we all know from the trailer that they're somehow connected. And I thought Dr. Wu or whatever originally was the doctor who helped all of them in their individual cases. But
Blowing my mind.
It ends up just
That
being
would've been interesting.
Being a riddle. It ends up just meaning no way out. Which, okay, that's fine. But I am curious to like, ooh, who's this evil guy and why does he want to kill everyone with escape rooms and all that stuff? And
Will we get an escape room too?
yeah, we'll be getting an escape room too, I'm sure.
You think so?
At least straight to DVD.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm sure by then we'll be like, man, we wished we really didn't like escape rooms, so we didn't have to get 2 and 3. But yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, if you know, these movies are made for almost nothing, so I'm sure we will get another one.
I love it.
It's bound to happen. You know, when something's popular, you got to harp on it. So
yes, sir.
It's bound to happen.
Okay. Again, top 10 reviews. That's up for 2018.
That's what you got to check out because that's where all the money is. Escape Room was a good start, but we'll be back next week to continue.
Keanu Reeves.
Week 2. Keanu Reeves in
Replicant.
Or Replicator.
Replicants.
Replica.
It's a movie with Keanu Reeves
called Repla something.
and
we'll be here, AMC Town Square, 10 o'clock.
And it's exciting. Yeah, you'll be doing that one solo.
Yeah.
Me and Kent Wong are off to Japan.
I cannot wait to see what exciting adventures that Japan holds for you guys. It's going to be an awesome trip. But don't worry, you can still hang out with Chasing
will
Cinema
still be here, baby.
At the movie theaters here at AMC Town Square, where we'll be from here and every week for the next 52 weeks until we do another top 10. And,
you ready?
You know, it just keeps going.
51 weeks.
51 weeks now. Yeah, you're right. I'm always ready.
I'm excited to see which ones movies we love, which ones disappointed us, and which ones, my favorite ones, came out of nowhere and just whoosh.
I will say, from what I remember, I did not like Insidious: The Last Key, so 2019 has started more successful than 2018 so far.
Yeah, this was better than Insidious. Yeah.
So we're already up. We're already on an upward trajectory. Can Keanu Reeves keep it going?
I think so. It's Keanu.
Yeah. You know.
It's Keanu.
All right, I think that's all. And then I think we have some of the big movies from 2018 are going to be opening in the Vegas market in these coming weeks, so make sure to keep an eye out for those reviews as well.
ChasingSubmit.com, known as
The Film Lovers website.